and welcome to today's Thrive Formula Masterclass. Today we are talking about clarity and how we can take back control of our time. My name is Sublin and I am so excited to get started with you. So first off, I just want to remind everyone to stay curious. This process is not about perfection. Sorry, we're going to get my mouth caught up to what we're talking about. We're not looking for perfection. We are looking for forward momentum, and forward momentum can be 2 steps forward and 1 step back. And when we are talking about time management, this is going to be one of those topics that we're going to come back to again and again and again. So have fun, be gentle with yourself, and know that it is an ongoing process, even for those of us who love time management. That is me. I have books, I study people, I have different methods, and there are times where my time still gets away from me. So it is okay. It's a part of the process. Allow yourself that permission to have fun, to have days where it works, days where it works really well, days where it just doesn't. That's okay. So far, we have talked about happiness, finding the hobbies and the self-care routines that bring us joy, that bring us stress relief, that make us smile. We have talked about including more water into our habits and our daily routines. You should be seeing extra energy. These are all great little wins, and now we get to tackle the obstacle of time. And it's December, and oh my goodness, between the parties and the plays and the wonderful, wonderful family routines and rituals that take part in this month. And let's not forget the shopping that needs to be done and the presents that need to be wrapped and the Christmas cookies that need to be made and given to the neighbors. Am I exhausting you yet? Because I'm exhausting myself. And so what better time to take back time than right now this month? So let's get started. All right. The question we are asking ourselves today, my lovely ladies, is does spending 10 minutes a day planning out my tasks and duties create greater productivity, allow me to get more done, and relieve stress? Have you noticed that we have a constant routine? We're trying to relieve stress. That is what my goal is for everyone, is that they get through their day a little bit happier. What is time management? Time management is the ability to use one time effectively and productively. What are the benefits? You get more tasks done, but you get more important tasks done. We are looking for what's going to bring you closer to your values, to your purpose, and to your goals. Not how many things you check off, but what means the most to you. We are looking on how you can have more time doing what is important to you. To increase your productivity, learning tools, tips, and tricks that tasks that you do every day, every week, every month can be done faster, that can be outsourced, or maybe can be deleted altogether. We're going to learn all those tips, and we're going to help you improve your focus. When you can focus, you can get more done. All right. Our theory is if you spend 10 minutes a day planning, then you will have more time. Okay, let's experiment. Let's have fun with this. List 3 things you would do if you had more time. And this is a dream big question. This is that question where I tell you to push yourself and go even further. The one that you look at me and you roll your eyes and say, Sublin, I am drowning. How the heck am I even supposed to think about the extra things I would do with your time? This is where you play. I don't want to hear the reasons why it won't work. I don't want to hear the reasons why you can't find time to do it. That is a different conversation for a different day. This is our dream part of our equation. Before you can stop dreaming to start living, you have to start with the dream. So let's dream away. What are the 3 things you would do if you had more time? Would it be volunteering at your kid's school? That was mine. I am a working mama, and they would come around that first day of school and say, can you volunteer? And I'd be like, ha! Are you kidding? That was just not in my schedule. But guess what, ladies? This year I actually did it. It's not every day. It's once a month. But I made it happen? Could it be that you want to start golfing more? Could it be that you want to start working out more? Could it be that you want to sit down and read that book? Could it be that do you see? The possibilities are endless. They are just for you. All right. To create more time, I want you to think about the three tasks that you are currently doing that you can automate. For me, it was my bills. Every month, my bills are automatically paid through my checking account. Yes, I do need to make sure there's money in the checking account. And yes, it did take me time to get set up, but I cannot tell you the last time I had to take out a checkbook and write a check for my electricity bill. It's all done. I don't have to think about it. And it saves me a good half an hour to an hour a month. And what are you going to do with that half an hour or an hour? What other things can you automate? My grocery list is an Excel spreadsheet. I buy the same things, maybe not every month or every week, but basically the same products. So I have one nice Excel shopping list, and my list is long. I go to Costco. I have 6 people plus 3 animals in my house, and so it is a lot. But with the shopping list, I can create a list on a budget in less than 10 minutes because it's all right there. So think, what can you do to automate? Is it getting a Roomba? Is it your shopping list? Is it your bills? Get creative with it. And then I also want you to think about your top 3 time suckers. Those are the tasks that take so much time that you could be doing other things with. And it could be a lot of different things. For me, it was gardening. I love to garden. On my vision board is actually a vegetable garden. But I found that maintaining my garden day after day, week after week, month after month was taking me so much valuable time that was taking me away from my little babies. And at that point in that time, I couldn't take my babies out in the garden to do it with me because we have snakes and it was on a busy street and they would start crying halfway through it. So I would get through maybe a quarter of the work and then I would have to take them inside. It just wasn't working. And so I spent $100 and I hired a gardener, and oh my goodness, that was the best $100 I have ever spent. It was better than the spa. I can tell you, I walk in, my garden is beautiful. It's all done. It was amazing. So I found a solution for something that was causing me stress, that was taking up time, that just didn't work for me. I also found, as much as I love social media, and I really do love social media, if it's on my phone, I was not focusing on my children. I was not focusing at work. And so I had to put myself on a social media timeout. Did it mean I never went on? No. But I took it off of my phone. That way, when I was in front of my children, and some of you might be stronger than I am, keep it on your phone and just say no. But for me, I had to full on delete it from my phone, delete the passwords from my phone, and set it aside. And then I gave myself 10 to 15 minutes at night when everyone was asleep to where I could sit down with my glass of wine or my cup of tea and do social media. So what are your 3 top time suckers? Is it dishes, grocery shopping, running errands? Is it social media? Is it binge watching TV maybe 2 or 3 hours more than you really should be? So keep thinking about it. All right. Now it's all about making it happen. To make it happen, we need a plan. So attached, you are going to find in your workbook, you're going to find your plan. And like every time we have our master course, our plan is going to lead to our experiment where we get to play. I want us to decide, why are we doing this? Why are we looking for more time? Is it to release stress? Is it to be more productive? Is it to give you more time to do the things that you love? Circle which option fits you best. There's no right or wrong answer. Don't look at your neighbor. This is for you. And then I want us to figure out what is it that you're going to need to get started. And there's a list of ideas on the next page in your workbook that goes over tips and tools. And if you're in your workbook and you're following along, we're looking at page 6 and 7. You're going to see tips on how to improve your time management. You're going to see some of my favorite tools and methods. Take a look also in your resource guides. I am going to include the Eisenhower method as well as a day planner that you can utilize. I want us to think about what challenges we're going to have as we do our play experiment challenge next week. What's going to come up? And what are you going to need to do to overcome those challenges? This is a huge part of the plan. Think about it. Is it you don't like day planners? All right, I got you for that one. There's more than one way that you can plan out your day. Is it you don't want to be tied to a schedule? Girl, I got you. You don't have to be tied to a schedule. We can figure out priorities. Maybe you just sit down and you need to know what are the 3 most important things that you do today. And then the rest of the day is yours. So get honest with yourself. What is going to hold you back from completing this challenge? And then let's find a solution to overcome it. You are a part of the Relative Growth Club. If there is something that is stopping you today, right now, in this moment, in this track, go to that club on the Facebook page and put it down. And either myself or someone from the same group that's with you will give you thoughts and suggestions on how we can help you overcome it. Remember, you are not alone. We are doing this together. And this is all part of the play aspect of your Thrive formula. What works for me may not work for you. And that is okay. We are going to figure it out together. All right, ladies. Next Tuesday, December 12th, we're going to join together and we're going to play. So on page 8 of your workbook, we have a Let's Play guide. It's going to be our guide to our challenge. And within there are 5 days. And within those 5 days, we have 5 different ways to help increase your productivity. Whether it's doing a time audit, where you sit down and you say, actually, how long does it take for you to do everything? Because you know what? If you're anything like me, where I'm like, oh my goodness, this should only take me 30 minutes. It's all I need to, I don't know, make lunches. Well, I sat down and I gave myself a 30-minute time limit. I started to make lunches and then I did dishes. And then the kids were calling. And then the cat needed to be fed. And 45 minutes later, my lunches were not made. That's a problem. I either need to focus or I need to set up parameters to make sure I can actually get lunches done in 30 minutes. Or that's the thing. You don't know what you need to fix if you don't know. And that's why we're doing an audit. And wherever you lie on your audit, I want you to be proud of yourself. I don't want you to be judgmental. I don't want you to think, oh my goodness, I sucked because it took me 45 minutes to do something that should have taken 15. Oh my goodness. We've all been there. We've all done that. It is part of the process. And you have to keep a positive attitude as hard as it is. So keep telling yourself, this is part of the process. This is normal. I am okay. This is part of the process. This is normal. I am okay. Because it is. Don't beat yourself up for something that we all do and that we've all been through. We will get to that part together to where you're like, girl, I got that lunches done in 10 minutes. And it'll take time, it'll take practice, and it's going to take different routines, but that is normal. That is okay. That is part of the process. Alrighty. Well, I look forward to seeing you next week. Write down any questions that you have that come up during the challenge. You can always ask them in the Facebook group, or you can direct message me, and we'll have a live Q&A in 2 weeks time from now to go over our thoughts, what we found, what worked, what didn't. So I will see you next week for the challenge, and then in 2 weeks from today to be able to go over any questions that we may have. Have a wonderful week, ladies. Talk to you later.